You're not stuck, you're scared. And that fear is showing up as overthinking, procrastination, confusion, and that familiar phrase, I don't know where to start. But deep down, you know, you know what to do. You're just scared. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Life of Lola podcast. I'm Lola Shamade, and I love talking all things adulting, life, and everything in between. I've been able to transform my life and tap into the different talents and skill sets that I have, from public speaking to hosting to performing, to helping people like you pull the best out of yourselves so you can live fulfilled and enriched lives. Today, we are talking about what it actually means to feel stuck. Because let's be honest, that feeling is uncomfortable. It makes you question everything, your decisions, your timing, your purpose, even your confidence. Feeling stuck isn't just a pause. It can feel like pressure, frustration, and at times embarrassment, especially when it seems like everyone else around you is moving. But here is what I've learned, because I've had a number of seasons of feeling stuck. Feeling stuck isn't a sign that your life is falling apart. Oftentimes, it's feedback. It's your mind and your spirit saying, okay, something needs to shift, something needs attention. One thing that I have realized early on is that most people don't feel stuck because they lack options. They feel stuck because they have too many. Especially if you're someone like me, someone who has worn many hats. I walked through different creative seasons. I love different industries, from performing, from speaking, from hosting, from beauty, from hair, all of it. I'm the definition of a multifaceted person. So sometimes it wasn't that I didn't know what I wanted, it was that I didn't know which version of me needed to lead first. And that's the first mindset shift that helped me get unstuck, was allowing myself to choose one thing at a time without feeling like I was abandoning the rest of me. So if you are multifaceted and you have multiple talents or multiple directions, your life will stay stuck if you try to start doing everything at once. Life doesn't punish you for choosing. It punishes you for hesitation. And the moment I accepted that and I learned to give each season its assignment, not forever, just for now, that alone brought so much calm. The second mindset shift was understanding that movement is information. We wait for clarity as if it's going to drop down from the ceiling, but clarity comes after movement, not before you move it. You learn who you are by the doing. You learn what fits by experiencing it. Every time I stepped into speaking, hosting, leading, I didn't have a blueprint necessarily. I just followed the internal nudge that said, well, I just try. And every time I did, I heard something inside me saying, yeah, go on, girl, keep going. But I wouldn't have discovered that if I sat still, overthinking all of my options. The third shift was learning that most people don't lack motivation, they lack structure. See, motivation is emotional, it comes in waves. Structure is practical. It keeps you grounded when your emotions want to quit. So once I started putting little systems around my life, things that supported my gifts and talents, my energy, and even my weakness, I stopped relying on feeling like it. Because let me be honest, most days I don't feel like it. And that's okay. Structure carried me when motivation didn't. And while we're speaking on structure, let me just add this. You cannot hope and pray for a life you are not preparing for. Trust me. See, having faith is powerful, but faith without alignment often becomes frustration. See, I believe God does order your steps, but you still have to walk. Once I understood that, everything started to make sense. The last mindset shift was learning to separate my identity from outcomes. So if something didn't work out, it didn't mean I was the problem. It just meant the season changed. It meant the assignment was over. It meant maybe there was a new version of me waiting on the other side of the attempt. So once I stopped taking every setback personally, because I'm not going to lie, I could be a bit of an emotional babe, I stopped being scared to try. Mistakes become information, not evidence against me. When you stop making everything personal, you release so much pressure. You stop expecting perfection from yourself. You stop holding your breath, and slowly that fear lifts. You start moving again. So if you are in a season where you just feel stuck, overwhelmed, unsure, like you're constantly second guessing yourself, you are not falling apart. You are transitioning, and transitions always feel messy whilst they are happening. Later, you'll often find they make perfect sense. So if you're resonated with this and you feel like you need a bit of help unpacking where you are, or you need someone to just sit with you in that space and just help you see things clearly, I do offer one-on-one calls. It's simply just a guided conversation to help you think, to help you see your situations with fresh eyes, to help hear yourself without the noise. Because sometimes that's all you need. Someone outside of your head who can reflect things back to you with clarity and calm. So if you're ready for that, let's talk. The link's in my bio. All right, beautiful people, I hope you found today's episode useful. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel, follow the podcast, and of course, you can catch up with me on my social media accounts at Lola Shamade. All right, guys, stay blessed, have a blessed rest of your day, and I'll catch up with you in the next video.